It is Child Protection Week. To discuss the issues affecting children's safety and security, social worker Nicole Paulson is here with me in studio. Nicole, thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure.
Now, for people unfamiliar with Child Protection Week, what is it?
Well, Child Protection Week is all about raising awareness. It was initiated by the Social Development Department in 1997 for everyone working in the child protection field to come together and just raise awareness about the rights of children, and just so that we can ensure the safety and the well-being of all children in South Africa.
I'm sure you're doing a lot of outreach this week. What are you telling parents who might be concerned about the safety of their children?
Well, we're telling parents, continuously educate your children. Educate them about their bodies, for instance. Let them know what's appropriate and inappropriate. And let them know that if someone's ill-treating them or touching them or talking to them in a way that's making them feel uncomfortable, that they should know that that's wrong, and that's the time when they need to speak out and come for help.
What happens if something does happen to a child? What should a parent do?
Well, we always educate parents to let their children know to come to them, and our message to children is always talk to a trusted adult, so that you can get help immediately. So it's just continuously letting children know that they need to use their voice, because their voice has power.
Where can children go if they're maybe not comfortable talking to an adult?
Well, Childline does have a toll-free number, and usually we go into schools and we teach parents and community members as well as children. We teach them the number. We have a lot of telephone counselors who are available 24/7. So if any child calls on the toll-free line, they'll have somebody immediately to talk to, get support from, and guidance.
Now, we have this great constitution here. We have a Children's Act. Why is child abuse and neglect still so prevalent?
The thing is, I think that it's the silence that causes the cycle of abuse to continue. And so with our message in telling everyone to come together and speak out when something happens, I think that what I've noticed, especially with the calls that we get, that people are starting to talk out a lot more than before. I think that within communities, people are often afraid of speaking out because of being fearful of the consequences for them. So I think with our message now being go out there, speak up and report in good faith, I think people are starting to come out a lot more.
What are the different types, or what are the major factors of harm that children are experiencing?
Okay. I think there's several factors. If I reflect on the cases that have been currently referred to Childline, what is affecting them currently is community violence, particularly violence amongst gang rivals. Lately we've heard children are either being caught up in crossfires or being exposed to all sorts of gang violence within their communities. I think it's also substance abuse within the families, which has resulted in domestic violence or broken homes, or the break in family relationships. I think child-on-child abuse is becoming more prevalent these days, and just looking at some of the cases that I've dealt with, it's often related to a lack of adult supervision or a lack of education, and that's why it's so important. Again, I refer to just educating children to speak out and educating parents to supervise and educate their children all the time.
Mm-hmm. Outside of the education aspect, how do we fix these broader problems?
Well, I think that education and awareness raising campaigns is it. That's the one thing that sort of breaks the silence. I think what we are doing at Childline is we're going into schools and we are implementing a lot of programs with children. So we have, teenage sexuality programs, we have a signs and symptoms program, and we don't only facilitate these programs with children, but it's with teachers as well. We go into communities and we educate them about the reporting process. A lot of the times we find that people within communities don't actually know how to report or what happens when they do report. So that's the kind of thing we're doing. And I know that a lot of child protection organizations are going into communities and sort of implementing early intervention and prevention programs.
What's the response from these communities that you've been going into?
It's amazing. They've been appreciative for the knowledge. A lot of the time we found that they actually didn't know what to do or who to go to for the help. So it's been amazing. It's strengthened our relationship, and we've realized that we need to work a lot more closely with those in communities and with agencies within communities, not just schools or community members, but everybody needs to sort of collaborate.
If someone's looking for more information or trying to reach you, where can they go to find that?
Well, the Childline Crisis Line, the toll-free line, our number is 0800 55 555, and you can talk to our 24/7 counsellors. And then we have a head office number, which is 021 461 1113, and if you call there, you can ask them to put you through to any of our 5 centres where we usually offer face-to-face counselling to children who have been abused.